This is going to be either hitting it out of the park or ending up being one of the largest disappointments of next year. I mean, come on. Well, consider me intrigued. Yeah, this might be the one that destroys me next year. And I'm all here for it. Again, I don't get it, but it intrigues the heck out of me. And I love a good paradox. You are bound to get vengeful. Don't know much yet, but take my money. Mwah. Chef's kiss. It is the last video of this year, so it is high time to fast forward to 2024. I've been doing my research. I've been scanning author web pages, publishing calendars, social media, you name it, to come up with the 10 most anticipated books that I will be looking out for in 2024. Now, dates and information on these books might of course still change. So I will be linking all the books that I talk about down below in the description section, so you can do your own research whenever you see this video. And I might even end this video with a bit of a prediction about which book is going to be all of the rage next year. So do watch this video all the way up to the end to hear just that. First one up is a retelling, and I will predict already that 2024 will be another year of retellings. Now, this is a retelling of an old and beloved story, but it is not Greek mythology. I'm talking about James by Percival Everett. James is said to be a retelling of the original Huckleberry Finn adventures, but with a bit of a twist. It retells the story of the perspective of Jim, the boy who is to be enslaved and sold to a slave owner in New Orleans. The book promises to be action-packed and funny just like the original Huckleberry Finn stories were, but it also promises to be a bit more harrowing. Takes a character that was a marginal side note at best in the past and center stages it, giving it compassion, agency and intelligence. Or at least that is what the blurb promises us. And I'm here for it. I for one am happy that the retelling genre is finally stepping out of its Greek and Roman mythology comfort zone. There are so many classic stories that deserve a good retelling. And James by Percival Everett certainly promises to be just that. So, first book on my reading radar for next year, James by Percival Everett. And you might have heard of our second one already, because it is one of the most highly anticipated books of the next year. It is a sequel to one of the most loved and best-selling fantasy novels of the past few years, and we've all been waiting for this one. TJ Klune enchanted us with a house on the Cerulean Sea, and soon there will be a sequel. Somewhere Beyond the Sea picks up where the story originally left off, and it focuses on the story of Arthur. Now, Arthur owns this orphanage. Not going to tell much about it. If you haven't read the first one yet, by all means, go and do so now. So, Arthur and his orphanage, he has a bit of a dark past, but now found love, and all of a sudden, his past is back to haunt him. And of course I'm going to read this one. TJ Klune entered my top 3 of best books of last year with Under the Whispering Door, and knowing that he will bring a sequel to one of the most beloved books of the last few years is chef's kiss. I mean, come on. This is going to be either hitting it out of the park or ending up being one of the largest disappointments of next year. Time will tell, but I am already way too excited for this one. Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune, the sequel to House in the Cerulean Sea, out next year. Now, I don't know much about either the author or the book that is the next one on this list, but the way it is marketed, it is described, has me swooning. Magical realism meets western. Cormac McCarthy meets Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I mean, come on. The Bullet Swallower by Elizabeth Gonzalez James is not only all of that, but is also loosely based on her own past and forebears. This book promises to be a family saga, a family with bloody roots in banditry and gunslinging. But it claims not just to be a page-turning story. It also criticizes border politics, racism, it handles intergenerational trauma, you name it, it has it. Well, consider me intrigued. So yes, I will be looking out for this one, because The Bullet Swallower by Elizabeth Gonzalez James sounds right up my alley. The next one is a bit of a non-fiction book, and I've talked about this one already. We rewind to August 2022. Booker Prize and award-winning author Salman Rushdie is talking somewhere on a stage and is suddenly attacked and he gets stabbed several times before they can rescue him. Now he only survives this attack by the skin of his teeth, and it is now 2 years later that he turns his emotions, his thoughts, his experiences to paper. Knife Meditations After an Attempted Murder is just that. It is the story of a man who lived with that possibility of an attack all of his life. It is the story of that actual possibility now catching up with him. But it is also a story of standing up again. How not to lose faith, how not to lose conviction, and how to find the strength to just get up again and carry on. I expect this one to be equally beautiful and harsh. Salman Rushdie and Knife Meditations on an Attempted Murder? Yeah, this might be the one that destroys me next year. The next one is going to be either again hit or miss for me. It is a story about Annie, an AI robot made and designed to replace a real-life girlfriend. And Doug, her owner, he loves it. Because he claims she's more human than human. So Annie strives to become better at it, to become the perfect human. But is there such a thing? Because becoming human might just mean you become less perfect. It is marketed to be for fans of My Dog Vanessa, and it is said to be an exploration of human intimacy, but also things like power and control. The whole story seems a paradox, and I love a good paradox. So yes, Annibot by Sierra Greer is one of those books I will be having on my radar for next year. It promises some dark and thought-provoking fun, and I'm all here for it. And then, finally, I have been asking for this book to be written for, I think, 2 years now. Ever since I read Cersei, and Jennifer Saint finally did it. There's nothing known on this book just yet except for, I guess, the title, and I'm convinced already. The book is simply titled Hera. And let's be honest, if there was one character in the entirety of Greek mythology that deserves a retelling from her perspective, her point of view, then it is the almighty Queen of the Gods, Hera herself. I mean, Greek mythology vilifies Hera on many occasions. But think of it, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're stuck at home, looking fabulous with a husband that chases anything that vaguely has legs or a tail or even worse. You are bound to get vengeful. Hell knows no fury like a woman scorned, and I'm here for it. Hera, Jennifer Saint, don't know much yet, but take my money. And yes, we have another retelling. I told you 2024 is going to be the year of retellings, but this one isn't Greek mythology. Fair is foul and foul is fair. This is Reid with Lady Macbeth. She might be one of the most biggest villains from Shakespearean plays ever, and it is high time that she gets to tell her story. A story that is normally told by a lot of men. The cover has been revealed already, but there is not yet much known about it, except that it is marketed to be for fans of Wolf Hall and Cersei. Yeah, hi, it's me. Reid had a best-selling novel with A Study in Drowning last year. Haven't read it myself, but I hear a lot of good things about it, so I am really interested to see what she can do with the story of Lady Macbeth. It is predicted to be dark and gothic and rich with irony, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So, haunting a bookshop close to you next year, Lady Macbeth by Reid. Now, I do love a good murder mystery, and the next one promised to be just that. How to Solve Your Own Murder by Kristen Perrin is marketed to be the book for fans of Knives Out and the Thursday Murder Club. It is a story of Frances, and Frances one day hears from a fortune teller that she will be murdered. Of course, no one takes this serious, but Frances dedicates her life to solving the murder that is yet to happen. She digs around, collects secrets on everyone, until the day that she is found dead. Enter her great niece and heiress, Annie. Now, Annie is dedicated. Annie wants to solve the murder of her aunt. But when she starts to dig through all of the notes and the secrets that her aunt collected, she finds out that about anyone might have a motive. And having all of these dirty little secrets down her back pocket makes a target of Annie herself. It seems fun, it seems entertaining, and I do love a good murder mystery. So yeah, How to Solve Your Own Murder by Kristen Perrin is definitely on my murder mystery radar for next year. Now, we don't know much about the next book just yet, but the things that we do know are enough to have me queuing already. Stephen Fry and the Odyssey. British comedian, TV presenter, author, and all-around favorite human of mine, Stephen Fry, has been reinterpreting Greek mythology for years now. And this is, I believe, the 4th book in this series, and finally he tackles my own favorite story of the whole Greek mythology saga, the Odyssey. You know this one. This is the story that comes after the Trojan Wars, and Odysseus just wants to go home back to Ithaca, but he might have, insulted a certain god of the seas, and yeah, this journey is going to take a bit longer than it should have. Now, Stephen Fry has an enormous love for these ancient stories, this ancient mythology, and he has done such a great job, from heroes to mythos to all of the books he wrote on the subject have been absolutely chef's kiss. It might be one of the last books in the series, I don't know, but it is certainly going to be one of the best. So yeah, what more do you want? Stephen Fry, The Odyssey, next year. The next one is a bit of a mystery to me. It is The Foxwife by Yangsze Choo, and I don't really know what it is. It seems to be a winter read, literary fiction, but with some old folk tales. There's some family drama, a mother seeking revenge. Yeah, I'm a bit at a loss here, and that intrigues me. It's 1908 and a young woman is found dead in the snow, and there are all kinds of rumors around her death, especially concerning foxes. Again, I don't get it, but it intrigues the heck out of me. This book has Baron the Nightingale's Go Asian vibes for me, and I think I just might give it a try. The advanced reader copies out there got really good ratings, so yeah, The Foxwife by Yangsze Choo might be something for next winter. Now, I promised you a little prediction, a prediction of a book that is going to be all over your For You pages and Instagram feeds and TikTok, you know what's it, and I'm not going to read it. It is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Bride is going to be a paranormal romance between a vampire outcast and a werewolf. It promises to be more steamy than Twilight, and I think there is going to be a hype. Now, again, I don't think I personally am going to read this one, but yeah, be warned, it will be out there and it will be in all of our faces. So, Bride, Ali Hazelwood, my prediction to be the hype of next year's bookish social media. So yeah, that's it for me. 10 highly anticipated books for 2024 that will be on my reading radar all year through. And now, I want to hear from you. Let me know, is there a book that you've been looking forward that is bound to come out next year? Or some of my 10 books might have even piqued your interest? Again, let me know down below in the comments and we'll talk highly anticipated books some more. Now, that's all for me for this week. And this year, have a great new year. Thank you for watching. Do like, do subscribe, do leave a comment, because those things have grown this channel a lot this year. Thank you for being here. I will see you again next year. And in the meantime, if you feel that urge to sneak out of the festivities and have some great bookish recommendations, you can always go here.